Hello all, welcome back to Shaving with Peg Leg. Welcome to Sunday night. We're going to do a head shave today. We're going to use the Gillette Mach3 again. One of you guys asked to do a comparison because you weren't sure which one to get, which soap to get for a head shave. I looked to see who it was. I can't find your comment again. I remember what you asked to compare to, but I cannot find the comment. So sorry about that. Damn thing keeps moving on me. Every time I turn it on, it moves. Alright, anyways. I remember you asked, you weren't sure if you wanted to get Michell's wool fat for a head shave soap or to back. So I'm going to do that today and Wednesday, the comparison of the two. Today, I'm going to go, since I haven't used this at all yet, I'm going to go with the Michell's wool fat. And then Wednesday, I'll do the tobacco for head shave. And I've got the balm and the aftershave for tobacco too to go with it. This I do not. They don't make anything else. They make the soap and that's it. Excuse me. And yes, I decided to keep it in this since the lid almost closes tight, and as I wear it down it will. I just wanted it in a wood bowl. It's just what I wanted. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is my 26 millimeter synthetic TurningbyTanz brush. The one I won on BBS Live. I soak my brush, my synthetics, yes. I do it because I like the bristles to be warm, which they are now, because I soak it in hot water. And again, I only put enough water in it to come up to about here. And just let it draw, the water draw up. By the time it draws to here, it's not hot enough to loosen the glue. So we're using a damp brush, and we're just going to load it on the wool fat, and we'll do a face lather. No or head lather, I should say. No pre-shave today. Looks like it's making enough pre-shave already. I wonder if that's enough. I've never used Michell's wool fat, so we're going to find out if that's enough or not. If not, I can always go back to the puck, right? Okay. Well, crap. I forgot to fill my squirt bottle. My witch repellent, as I like to call it. I know you guys have seen The Wizard of Oz. Also keeps X's away. Okay, here we go. We're trying. There we go. Yeah, that's enough. Maybe. See, I didn't want to put any pre-shave on because I want to see how this lathers. I probably didn't put enough on the brush. And I wanted to see what it feels like on the skin after the shave. I want to see what kind of post-shave properties it has, if it has any. I know everybody talks about soaps and their post-shave and all that, but you know what? You never really know until you use it yourself, right? Yes, I need to learn to look over here. I'm trying, alright? Hard habit to break. It's not that I like looking at myself or anything, it's just your eyes are naturally drawn over here. Because, good God, who would never want to look at this? Anyways. Well, apparently you guys do. That's not bad. That's not bad lather. Is it great? No. Okay, I'm going to dump some water out of my tub because I'm going to stick this right in a tub of hot water and then put this in that cup because that cup's going to warm up and it'll get that lather warm. Alright, back to front is with the grain of growth of my hair. And as you guys know, I did 2 passes on Friday because I had somewhere to go and I didn't want to go with 2 days of stubble on my hair, on my head. 2 days of stubble of hair on my head. How about that? So I gave myself a quick 2 passes on Friday when I did my face shave. So I've only got 2 days of growth now. This thing is super, super light. It really is light. It's got enough pivot to it. Getting around the ears is always a chore. Alright, so I don't know how many of you guys have Prime. I don't know if it's on Netflix. I have not looked. But there's a show called I, Caesar. It's like a documentary, and it goes through like 6 of the most prominent Caesars of the Roman Empire, starting with Julius. And I noticed something. They keep showing like mosaic artworks and statues of men and women. And of course, back then, they didn't have a problem with the naked human body like we do today. They thought it was natural. But if you look at all the mosaics and the statues of the naked people, they all have hair on their head, but not anywhere else on their body. Nowhere. No armpits, no arms, no legs, no crotch, ass, nothing. No hair anywhere but on their heads. And sometimes they had a beard. Not always, but sometimes. So, okay. My little brain goes tick, tick, tick. Alright, we need to look into this. So I started doing some digging on the computer. And for you all that don't know, shaving has been around for 100,000 years. It started with the cave dwellers. Not so much that they... Some peoples did it, not all peoples did it. And the Egyptians, 3000 BC, the Egyptians, especially the women, had no body hair at all. They would take the hair off their head too. They would go hairless. The men didn't, the women did. Nothing on the crotch, nothing on the arms, nothing under the arms, nothing on the legs, nothing on the face, nothing on the head, nothing. They took it all off. So, further digging. The reason for such hairlessness, and they used to use clamshells or flint tools. Well, when the Egyptians, when they got copper tools, they used copper. But a good flint napper, I don't know if you guys know anything about flint napping, you know, taking pieces of flint stone and making edges with it. You put it in a fire first and roast it. It gives it a different, it changes the properties of the flint. But a good flint napper can pretty much chip you off a piece of flint off the main stone. I mean, not exactly what you want, like an arrowhead or knife blade, because they got to keep chipping and make it. But they can make it the size they need to get to the point where they can use it to make a spearhead, an arrowhead, or a knife. But they used to take the fine pieces that really had no use. They take those fine pieces and they're really sharp. They're like razor sharp, and they would shave with them, or they'd use a set of clamshells and pinch the clamshell, the top and bottom together, and use them like tweezers and pluck hairs. Okay, anyways. You get to the Egyptians, where the women went hairless. They took it all, baby. No hair on the body at all. Some of them, the high class women, let's put it this way, the upper class, the elites. No hair. And not all of them, just some of them did. They went hairless. Then you get into the Greeks. They don't do that, but they remove body hair from any part of their body except for their head. You know, okay. Women the same. They removed body hair the same as the men did. Just want to get that soap off my ear. And they shaved everything off. Well, why would you shave everything off and leave your head? They did. The reason? Lice. Lice like clean hair. They don't like dirty hair. That's the misconception about lice that a lot of people make. Lice, bugs like clean hair. They don't like dirty hair. So they go towards clean hair. Well, those people back then were cleaner than what we give them credit for today. They bathed more, they washed more than we give them credit for. So what they would do to combat lice in their hair, I showed you guys this before, that I put this in my beard because it makes the hair nice and soft. They run this in tea tree oil, which has properties that kill bugs. The bugs do not like. And olive oil in your hair will actually suffocate lice. They will just die because they can't breathe. You have to keep applying it to get all the nits, the eggs, because they hatch at random times, so you have to keep applying it to kill them when they get hatched, so that they suffocate too. Hence the reason they used olive oil all the time in their hair. Keeps your hair lustrous, keeps it soft, keeps your scalp soft, because the oil, of course, seeps into your scalp, into your skin, keeps it nice and soft, and it kills lice. But if you've ever seen like ancient Roman or Greek statues, and the people are naked, they got hair on their head, but you notice they don't ever show any hair around the crotch. It wasn't because the artist was lazy and didn't feel like chipping it out. It's because they didn't have any. They took it all off. So that's not a new thing. If you think that's a new thing the last 20, 30 years for our society, no. People have been shaving their private parts for thousands of years. And guys do it today. Yes, I said guys do it today, because guys are finding out that women like the cleaner presentation, and also it makes you look bigger because there's no hair sticking an inch and a half or 2 inches out from your body covering up your junk that much. You look bigger. You're the same size, but you look bigger. And of course, guys, oh, what was that? What did I do? I'm supposed to go in this way. Never mind. I'm talking and not paying attention to what the hell I'm doing. All right, let's do that over. But anyways, that's the reason. But back then that they did it was to combat critters. It allowed them to keep the hair on their head with olive oil, and they didn't have to olive oil their whole body. And they could just shave their bodies to prevent critter infestation. So I guess that's your history lesson for the day. Sorry, I know you didn't come here for a history lesson, but it was shaving related anyways. Yeah, once they invented copper tools, they got away from the stones, the flint, and they got away from the clamshells, because they could actually make a copper blade and sharpen it to the point where you could shave with it. It probably just took a hell of a long time to sharpen it. But they did. My normal, through here and in the back. I'll tell you guys a funny story. True story too. Well, the history lesson was true, but this is no truth. This is modern day about. All right, I have 3 children: Christopher, Jennifer, and Nicholas. Okay. Nicholas is the youngest. When he was born, we have been thinking about a name for him, and the wife was dead set against my name. See, our first 2 were Christopher and Jennifer. Their names ended in fur. And we could not come up with another boy's name that ended in fur, except for one. Lucifer. She was dead set against it, and I said, why? We could just call him Lou. She's like, no. I said, well, we could call him the fallen one then. She's like, no. I said, fine, then we can just call him Pod. And she's like, Pod? I said, yeah, Pod, P-O-D. She says, I know how to spell it, but what does it mean? I said, Prince of Darkness. And she's like, you're an asshole. I said, well, you knew that before you married me. Yet you still did. She said, you will not be calling your child Prince of Darkness. It would not have fit him. Now, we should have been calling his sister Princess of Darkness, because she was a whole nother trip on a whole different plane. But that's another story. Yeah, she was not thrilled with the name Lucifer. I was all for it. I thought it would have been cool. And when he got old enough, I would have taken him and pulled a Damien on him, and had, like, on his head, if you've ever seen The Omen, where Damien has that little birthmark that's 3 6s, and the bottom of the 6s where it's a circle are all touching on his head, and the tops come out like little tails. It's in his hair. I would have taken him when he was old enough to have that done to him. Talk about a pickup line for the ladies, huh? What's your name? Lucifer. They call me the Prince of Darkness. Yeah, everybody went running around going, the Antichrist is born. It's better than some of the names that people come up for their kids. Would you not agree? Like the woman that named her daughter Chlamydia because she found out when she was at the hospital that she had chlamydia, and she said that sounded like a good name for a kid, and when her daughter was born she called the kid Chlamydia. Now this child has to go through life being named after a social disease. I don't know if that story is true or not, but that's one I read. Damn it. Okay. This worked doing what I just... This lather is nice and warm. But my channel back here doesn't want to shave. And I think it would have been pretty cool to be the father of Lucifer. But as usual, the woman did not see the humor in it. If I'd slammed my unit in a drawer or a door or something and screaming in pain, she would have thought that was hilarious, though. I think that's the best it's gonna go. All right. Women. Do you not agree that Lucifer would have been a fun name? I mean, think about it. Could you imagine him going to school and signing and the teacher reading off attendance? Lucifer? That would have been so cool. I'm sorry, but it would have been cool. Even though I don't need it, I'm going to go with the alum block always because it's good for your skin. It is. I wouldn't lie to you. You're not my wife or ex-wife. Nothing. Not a damn thing. It's cold and wet all over my head. That's it. Which we already knew that. It's a cartridge razor, and I don't press. Yeah. So when it came time to sign the birth certificate, I wasn't there. She signed it Nicholas. So I lost that battle. It's like I didn't want to get a dog and she wanted to get a dog. So we compromised and we got a dog. Which Hazel. Now of course, this always happens. Tell me if this does not always happen. The dog's lonely. The dog needs a friend. We need another dog. The dog has you. Go out in the yard and sleep with it. Okay. And today's aftershave, monkey's ass. I would recommend the Michell's the Michell's wool fat soap for a head shave. It did fine. It didn't leave my, when I was done, it did not, and I wiped it off, it did not leave my skin dry feeling or anything. It was fine. Was it as soft? Not really. As it could have been? Not really. That Asylum soap I have, the one that's made with all the different damn butters and extra cocoa butters and all that. That stuff, when I got done, that's the only soap I've used where I did not do a post shave afterwards because my skin felt so good after I used it. And according to what everybody says, I'm going to feel that way with the Zingari Man too. But I do have the splash and the balm for it. Anyways. the fresh scent of monkey's ass. Johnson baby lotion. No burn. It has alcohol in it. No, that stuff does not have alcohol. I'm sorry. That stuff is witch hazel based. Does not have any alcohol in it. Spread it around with the Johnsons. Good smell. Put that on my face. Yeah, I picked up that monkey's ass off my hair. Smell good. All right, guys. Patch right there. I didn't get anything in the razor. It looks like it, but I don't feel anything. Maybe I did take it out with a razor, just didn't see the hairs. Alright, anyways. Spread that balm around, get it covered back up again. Alright guys, good shave. Hope you enjoyed the history lesson. I just thought it was interesting that shaving's been around for 100,000 years, and at 3000 BC, the Egyptians were using flint and copper to shave with, to remove, the women were using it to remove every piece of body hair they had. That was, to me, I was like, whoa, okay. And then to find out it was all because of lice, made sense. And that this is one of the things that they use to control the lice on their head. Very interesting. Anyways, enjoyed the history lesson. Maybe I'll have another one someday. It'll be shaving related if I do. Anyways, thank you all for stopping in. I recommend the Michell's Wolf Bat. I like that soap. That was nice. I didn't have a problem lathering it. I probably could have loaded my brush more and got a thicker lather, but it was fine for me. With a cartridge razor, it was fine for a head shave. And we're good to go. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you for coming in, all my subscribers. And don't forget my affiliate link. I should probably say this in the beginning, but don't forget the affiliate link. I have a drawing coming up tomorrow for everybody that's entered the contest. I'll pick a number tomorrow. I'll put that video up. I'll pick a number tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow afternoon. 4-ish, 5 o'clock-ish, something around there. I'll pick a number, post the video, and somebody will win the gift card. I already have it, just waiting to be given away. But use the affiliate link. Use my affiliate link. The money I get kicked back on that, the 10% I get kicked back on that, goes into a pot. When that pot hits $25, I buy another gift card, give it away to you guys. So please use the affiliate link so we can give money back to you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you all for being here. Without you, this channel does not exist. So I thank you very much. Enough of the babbling fat guy in the camera. You're in the chair next. Happy shaves out there, guys, and have a good week.